Greetings hobbyists, this is Artisans of Vool, and in this video we're having a look at Blend1 files and other saving related things. So I'm sure when using Blender and saving some projects you've found yourself with some odd files, like ones that end in .blend1. Well actually here I've got a few more. I've got a .blend2 and 3 and 4. So let's have a look at these, what they are, how they're made, and if they're even actually particularly useful. So what we're going to do to start with is just work off of the default cube. I'm going to go to File, Save As, and I'm going to save this as project_1. So let's get that saved. Now if we have a look at this, we can see this in its save location, and I have just the blend file, not a blend.1. Well, let's just Shift and D to make a duplicate of this, and then I'm going to come back to this and click File and Save. And the second that I do that, if we come back to our files, you'll notice that I now have project1 and project1.blend1. But if I now click another one and make a third and then file and then save this, and then we come back to our file and you notice I've now got a blend.2, and then we can carry on going with that, file, save, and then I've got a blend.3, you can probably start guessing what this is. This is iterations of the past files. Now there's several ways of getting into these, so you can have a look at them. The first is opening up a new window in Blender. And with that there, you could just drag this in. So I'm just going to drag the .2 file and click open. And we've got that back when we had 2 of our cubes. The other option, if we close that, is that we could just rename this. Now this is going to cause some problems because we can't have it the same name. So I'm going to just put a 2 here and get rid of the number at the end of the blend and then say, yes, I do want to change it. And now that becomes a Blender file that we can just double click on and open. And again, once this opens, we'll notice we've got the 2 cubes. So effectively this just saves previous versions of the file that you've had. So every time I save this project over itself, it is just going to create a new file with a number at the end. Now there are some annoyances about this, the main one being, well, these are big files. They're no smaller than the other files that would normally be created. So if you have lots of these, well, it just takes up a lot of space on your computer. And I find this pretty tedious. So I generally don't like this. So let's have a look at how we can sort this out. What I'm going to do is just get rid of all of these. So let's just delete them. And I'm going to come back to the point where I've only got 1 cube and we can demo this. So if we just go to Edit, Preferences, and then Save and Load, you get these options. And the most important bit for this is the Save Versions. Now please don't confuse this with the Autosave bit that is below this. It almost feels like there should be a line across the two separating these out, because this Save Versions is what's controlling the blend files. So if I put this down to just 1 and then save my preferences, what this is going to mean is, once again, let's just Shift and D, come back to our file so we can see we've only got the project, is I click File and Save, and then we've now got our project 1. But if I duplicate this again and then click File and Save, now this is not going to create a new file called blend.2, it's just going to write over blend.1. So at the moment blend.1, so if I come to a new window and just drag this in, you'll notice that we've got the 2 cubes here from the time we overwrote the last blend1 file. Now, I personally think this is almost entirely pointless. This does nothing for me. I don't want that. I want to be able to just save it when I've got a small incremental change that I want to do, and I just know that this isn't going to be a problem. For example, if I just Shift and D and then File and Save this, I don't need it back when there was only 3 cubes because it's not difficult for me to, if I want to, just delete that cube out. So what I'd suggest you do instead is go to Edit Preferences and put this file version down to 0. Save your preferences. Now every time I resave it, let's just come here, File and Save, it doesn't create the Blend1 file or a Blend2 or whatever. Then you can control how many interims you want. For example, if I'm going to come in here and then select that and bevel that, that's a more major change. I'm probably going to do more major changes than that. But in this instance, that's the point where I'm going to go File, and instead of saying Save, I'm going to save incremental. Now what Save Incremental does, and it says at the bottom, is add to the number that was already there. So for example, I called this project 1, this has created project 2, and it does it automatically. It just saves it to the next number. There is also nicely a shortcut for this, which is Control Alt and S instead of just Control and S. The other option is if you click File and Save As, at the moment we're on Blender 2, we can just click this plus button so we don't have to start writing things in, clicking, deleting, and typing in 3. So that is also useful as well. But effectively that is doing the same thing as save incremental, so I would just use that. So that's what those Blend1 files are. I think they are a pointless waste of space that I don't really need in my life. Some people might like that they're there, but for me, I find it pretty useless. I want the control over what I'm saving, and when I change this into a new save because I actually have some notable changes. Now, while we're here on the file and the preferences, you do have this autosave option, so that's just there, okay, and you can set how many minutes it is for this to save. Now, something that's important here is if you leave this as it is, I put my mouse over it, you'll see that this saves this automatically to a temporary file in the temporary directory, which is useful, but I'd rather have this somewhere easier to find because this is annoying to find. If you go to file paths, you'll notice that I've created a folder where all my temporary saves go, and I just created a folder and clicked on this button to then choose the folder that I wanted it to be. So this is my autosaves folder at the moment, and it's got my last autosave in it. So that is useful to have. You can also go to edit and preferences and then change how often you want this to be saved. I find 2 minutes a pretty good time frame for where I might have done something, but not too much, so it doesn't generate too many files. Now, there are add-ons that will do this as well. PowerSave is a well-known one, but I generally don't have too many issues with this autosave function, so I don't know if they're entirely necessary, but either way, that's what these different functions do, and this autosave should definitely not be confused with the save versions that are above. They have nothing to do with each other. So anyway, a short video, but one that I think is probably useful and might save you a load of disk space. I'd been asked if it was reasonable to delete those .blend1 files, and yes, it's going to do nothing. It is just an old version of your saved file. So if you're happy with how you're doing your save files yourself, just get rid of them, change that save versions to 0, and save yourself a load of disk space. If that is going to help you out with your storage, I'd really appreciate you hitting that like button, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.